One of my favorite things about leveling up is the ability to give yourself and create for yourself opportunities, options. And as a woman, sadly in today's society, I think that is something that is so necessary, no matter how wonderful your current circumstances may be. But how in the world is it possible to level up your own income when your time and your energy is already beyond limited, or so you may think? Well, I have been through an intense season of side hustling where I did make a full-time income, and so I'm going to be sharing a lot of those ideas with you today. I'm going to talk about which ones made me the least amount and what made me the most towards a full-time income that was working completely online and from home. And these are things, again, that I did while I had a corporate full-time job, and I used these things to pay off debt, to make sure that we invested and had a little bit of extra money to put towards nicer vacations and things like that. I am very thankful for that season. I would not be here today without it. I know that there are some mamas out there, and maybe even some full-time students, or some of you who are really trying to get to the next level financially and looking for some alternative ways to flexibly make a very nice income that you can put towards your lifestyle or getting to the next level of education or whatever that may be. And so this video, while I am going to be speaking more to the mamas, is for anyone who is in that situation of looking to make more income online, flexibly from home, and still do all of the things that you love. So let's go ahead and get started. I have spent probably 5 or 6 years now. I've done some of these even prior to that. And so these are things I've actually done. They're not just ideas that, you'll just maybe think about or think might work. These work for me. I'm currently staying at home, and we are living off of primarily my husband's income, which has been amazing in these early years of motherhood. This was something I talked about in a video that I will link in the description below as well if you're curious sort of how I arrived at the decision of leaving my successful corporate IT project management career. And it was a very hard decision. I still think I'll make another video sort of on how we did that step by step, because I didn't really say that in that video. It was more of giving you an idea of how I was arriving to that decision, more so mentally and with my thoughts and my mindset. I think that it is so important to maintain some skills that you will earn an income from, and you could dial up or dial down. That's the way I've always looked at it. Not put all of your eggs into one basket, and use these as ways to build wealth for your family, even if you are in a situation where you're on the level that you're living comfortably, your bills are paid, and you are just looking to get more ahead in the world financially. I did all of these and they got me somewhere. And so I just want to tell you that and encourage you in that if you put in a little bit of work to set these up, they can really help you to have that flexible lifestyle and to boost your finances pretty well. All right, so the first one I wanted to address is affiliate marketing and YouTube. Now, this is something that, to be honest with you, I really don't make the largest amount per month from. I wanted to mention it because it is something that I'm currently actively pursuing and I'm doing, although this channel is more of like a hobby for me, and it's more of my creative outlet since now my daughter is a little bit older, and I get a few set hours every morning to work on my YouTube channel or set some things up in relation to this channel as well with affiliate marketing. So anytime you see a link that is in my description, I usually disclose if it's affiliate, or I'll say, this is a sponsored video, and I get, of course, that YouTube ad revenue. Now, it is not a lot. Like, I think over the lifetime of a video, I might make $20 from it in a year or something like that. So this is a small channel. It is not something that I gain, I think a lot of people have the idea that YouTube pays you a lot of money, and it can, but this channel is not really in that niche, I think. And my sponsors, I do receive some paid sponsorships, which help a lot, and I appreciate the sponsors on this channel. So you may start to see a little bit more of that coming to this channel if it's something that I want to continue to share. And when you see other creators promoting products and you click their links, just think about, if you really enjoy that creator, just think about supporting them in that way, because it really does give us a little bit, of a financial boost to put back into the videos and to grow the channel and continue to show up for you each week. So I would say that, it's definitely something that takes a lot of work. You need to love it. Even if you are setting up a blog or something, you need to love writing so that you can make the income from your affiliates and from your sponsors and get the traffic and everything. There's a lot of research and learning that goes into creating these platforms and being a content creator that communicates well. I'm still every day working on becoming better at communicating and editing these videos and making sure that I research what is the best practice for setting up a video. There's a lot that goes into it. It's a lot of time process, but I love all of that. I have a little bit of a tech brain from my previous job that I get to bring into this. And so even my marketing background. So I love that. And I would probably give up, or I see a lot of other people give up because they don't love the other aspects of YouTube, and it does take a decent amount to pay someone to be your assistant and to help you edit the videos and get them up promptly and everything like that. So just wanted to mention that about affiliate marketing and YouTube. It is something that you can set up and you can create content around, and I just wanted to say that it needs to be something you love doing to be able to stick with it. The next thing that I have done for years now, and this is how I fund my wardrobe, is reselling clothes from my closet on Poshmark. And I also used to use eBay. I don't really do eBay anymore, but Poshmark is where I typically list items in my closet that I do not wear and that I will sell, and then usually take that little bit of pocket change and I'll put towards a new item for my closet that I've been wanting, or I will buy something for my daughter. And that has been, I think I've made a pretty decent amount over time from that. Usually if I have sort of a piece that's sitting in my closet and I know, this is not going to work for me in the next season of life, such as maternity, I will go ahead and just list it, and then I will take those funds and reallocate them to a new item that works for me. And so that has been my philosophy throughout a lot of my transformation to having a more elegant style and more feminine style, is just using my Poshmark funds. And I also thankfully have had some sponsors that I love. Like I love the Lily Silk pieces, and they've been able to gift me some of those, but I do really enjoy when I can resell something out of my closet and things are not just building up. Now, there are also some things that I will donate, and I will go through and purge, and if it's just not something that I think is worth listing, I will just go ahead and donate it, and that is fine too. That is something that I do. But if I'm really wanting to boost my wardrobe and I'm in a place where I still have to be a little financially smart about my wardrobe because my investing levels are not where I quite want them to be yet. So I do continue to resell some of my current items. And I encourage you, if you are looking for something, if you are going to make, I usually list things now. I didn't before, but now I will list things if I'm going to make an income of more than $50 from it. And beyond that, it's probably not worth it. So check out Poshmark, check out something like Mercari or eBay, Vinted. You can also resell things from around your home, like books and other items that you're no longer using, decor, stuff like that. So it's a great way if you are trying to upgrade some things. There are people who do it as a full-time job, but that's not something that I really enjoy doing. I don't enjoy going out and thrifting and finding things to resell in that manner. I just like to use it as a way to take something I've already worn and I have gently worn it, and then go ahead and repurpose those funds back into my wardrobe or my home. So try it out. Let me know if you've tried it before in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take. Let's talk about digital products. I think that you are missing the boat if you are not trying this out today and you're looking to make a little bit of extra money, because there are a wide variety of platforms to sell digital products on. There are so many ways to create different digital products, and you probably have some sort of ability to set this up and have it be something that you work on gradually. Now, when you first start, this is not going to be something, unless you have really just hit the nail on the head with it, it's not going to be something that brings you that immediate income. My last thing, I'll kind of talk about that a little bit more because I think that's probably the best way to get quick income. But with digital products, it does take some setup. It does take some work on the front end to get it ready. And then you start to fine tune and you start to learn more about how to get the traffic and that sort of thing. So for one thing, during 2021, I did create a course that is online, and it is called Build Your Virtual Assistant Business. It's more of an evergreen course. It's a very beginner based course on setting up a virtual assistant business. But I just have that up and it's on my website. I'll link that in my description below if you would like to review it and just kind of see, maybe it'll give you an idea for setting up your own, or maybe you're interested in becoming a virtual assistant. It is something that I would love to grow a little bit more, but right now my time is pretty much set to YouTube and creating some videos because that's what I'm enjoying the most right now is my creative outlet. I love making videos. The other platform for digital products that I wanted to mention is Gumroad. I have been slowly building up a little bit of a library there, and I've been really loving creating things like Notion templates and e-guides that I can put on Gumroad, and it's not a website that I have to manage myself right now. I just don't have the capacity at this point with baby number 2 on the way. And I love Notion so much, and I use Notion every single day. And so I knew that I could create something that would be helpful to other women out there. And I have a lot of free templates as well, currently working on a few more, but Notion has been fun to set up as a digital product. So you may want to look into that if you are like me. I'm a little bit of a planner, organized, obsessed, and I like to create strategies and processes to make things run more efficiently in life. I think that's a big part of bringing elegance to the everyday, is finding ways to be a little bit more efficient, a little bit more disciplined, and bring that into the everyday. And Notion helps me do that. Another thing I really want to start doing, and where you can sell digital products, is Etsy. A lot of people, I think, still think of Etsy as like the handmade marketplace where if you knit a sweater, you can sell your sweaters. If you are creating jewelry, you can sell your jewelry. There are a lot of digital products available on Etsy, and something that I have done just for fun in my personal life is if I'm planning a baby shower for someone, or if I am throwing any kind of party or creating invitations or even Christmas cards, I have been doing those on Canva and creating some really, I like them. I get compliments on them from friends and family that I set up those events for. And so that is something I want to get up by the end of the year. It's one of my goals before January, or definitely before the baby comes, is to set up another template store on Etsy. And you may want to be able to do that as well, especially if you have maybe a graphic design background or you're an artist, you can sell your art there. It's something that you have to do a little bit of the work up front, but once you have the designs made and you list them, it's maybe a little bit of customer service after that. You can create how-to videos, make sure you have guides on how to get the templates into Canva or edited in Canva. And that's something, again, that I find to be really fun, and I think is a great way to go about digital products as well. I mentioned this as a huge part of my story to level up from 0 in my last video, and that is becoming a virtual assistant. I have seen so many women do amazing things as virtual assistants. They have still been able to prioritize the things that they love. They've been able to make an income by setting their own rates. One of my favorite things about being a virtual assistant is that you get to choose the clients. You don't have to take just any client that comes to you and wants you to set up an email list or handle their social media. You can decide, okay, I'm going to work with these types of clients. I'm going to focus on this schedule. I'm only taking meetings on these days. You're going to work maybe, in the afternoons during nap time, or in the evenings, earlier in the morning. You can really sort of set this up to be tailored around your life and not build your life around your business. I love this. I do think it is something you could probably start out making at least $3,000 a month within 30 days because of the different types of services that you can do. The caveat to being a virtual assistant, though, is that In the beginning, you are probably going to be a jack of all trades virtual assistant unless you already have some type of targeted experience that you know you can right off the bat just hit the ground running with and set your business up around. So anyone who's a beginner, I always say, be a jack of all trades. Try a little bit of everything. There are so many skills and so many things that are so simple that online business owners especially, or just any general business owner, is looking for help with and will pay you to do. And so I go through a lot of this in the course, and there's a lot of free information on my blog as well. I will link that down below for you. But this is my number one way to make a substantial income. You can become very specialized. You can become an expert in something that is online. You can hire your own team and then get a lot of your time back eventually. There are just so many beautiful things that happen with being a virtual assistant for, especially I think, mamas or full-time students or anyone who just needs to have some more flexible income that is not going to completely break your sanity. I hope that these ideas and these things that I have done and talked about in this video will get you started on the trajectory to bring in a little bit more financially, just whatever you're desiring, whatever you're seeking out of having a skill that translates online and makes you a little bit of income here and there as a mama. And again, I've been so blessed by these. So let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions or ideas for follow-up videos to this, because again, this is something that I'm currently exploring a little bit more of now that I am what I would say is a stay-at-home mom. I say work from home as well because I do technically have a few hours every morning that I work from home, or if I'm really excited about something, I plan my schedule to sit down at night and do some more video editing and things like that. So let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for being a part of my journey. I will see you in the next video. Bye.